Hello and welcome to News Across Nigeria, where we keep you in the loop of what's happening across the Nigerian Federation. I'm Olumide Macaulay. On the program today, the federal government gets more time as the National Industrial Court grants Attorney General of the Federation order restraining the Nigeria Labour Congress from going on strike. Sections of the Nigeria Labour Congress kick against the planned decision to embark on national strike. And taxi drivers protest against alleged plans by the Lagos state government to kick them out of business. Thank you for joining us. We begin with the strike action that was precipitated, proposed strike that is, by the increase in the pump price of petrol. What's happening now, the National Industrial Court has granted the Attorney General of the Federation, the AGF, an order restraining the NLC, the Nigeria Labour Congress, from going on strike, pending the hearing and determination of the suit brought before it by the AGF. Ruling on an ex parte application filed by the AGF on behalf of the federal government, the presiding judge, Justice Babatunde Adejumo, ordered the parties to maintain status quo until the hearing and determination of the ex parte motion. The order will lapse in 7 days. Justice Adejumo also directed the applicants to dialogue with the NLC towards an amicable resolution of the dispute. The case has been adjourned to the 24th of May for the hearing of the motion on notice filed by the AGF. The Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, had sued our NLC at the Industrial Court, seeking an order of the court restraining them from proceeding with tomorrow's strike. Mr. Malami had sought an order restraining the NLC from going ahead with the strike because it will paralyze the nation's economy. When asked by the presiding judge how the AGF knew the NLC is planning to go on strike, Mr. Malami says he saw the communique issued by the NLC on their website and that the communique had been published by the media.
Well, much more than that. The issue has to do with as to whether the conditions precedent are observed, as to whether the policy decision is something on the basis of which the Labour Congress can embark on strike action, because this has to do with an issue that borders on policy. We were surprised that when the scarcity was biting hard, there was no action taken by the Labour Union, and now that the scarcity is no longer there, they are embarking on strike action. So we have to come to court to seek for determination as to whether they are entitled by law to embark on strike action on a policy decision that has to do with deregulation or otherwise. The specific prayer is that there should be an injunction that no strike action should be embarked upon until after parties come to court, place their respective positions, and then the court take a final determination.
Meanwhile, the leadership of the Nigeria Labour Congress is divided over whether it will embark on the planned national industrial action to protest against the federal government's decision to increase the price of petrol. While some groups in the camp of the NLC president, Mr. Ayuba Waba, are not sure whether the strike will hold or not, pending the outcome of a rescheduled meeting with the government, both the Electricity Workers Union, NUPENG, and their allies are backing down on the proposed strike. The Secretary to the Government of the Federation led a team of ministers and other government officials to dialogue with the Workers' Union at separate meetings to resolve the labor agitations over the new 145 naira per litre pump price of petrol.
The Secretary to the Government of the Federation and his team meeting with labor union leaders. The aim of this gathering is to convince organized labor to shelve plans of embarking on a nationwide strike. First, the president of the NLC and his team go into the meeting with the federal government officials. After the closed-door meeting, which lasted for hours, the SGF adjourned till 5 p.m. today for further deliberations. However, the leadership of the NLC and TUC are uncertain whether or not to continue with the planned strike.
We have covered some very much ground on the issues in contention, and we've almost reached some agreement on quite a number of issues. The night has gone far, and because there's a need to consult all our constituents, we have agreed to adjourn to reconvene tomorrow by 3 o'clock, by which time every one of the groups has had the opportunity to report back to those that send them to this meeting, and hopefully we'll conclude very, very early tomorrow.
We discussed those issues, including the demands we made, and then government presented its position, and we thought, as we are aware, our organizations are very democratic organizations, and therefore we need to also consult, and government also consult before we actually resume tomorrow. So we have adjourned the meeting to do further consultation, and then resume tomorrow to continue the discussion.
With this discussion, is there any hope that the strike may be correct?
Well, as we are speaking now, we can emphatically say this is the position, because we still consult. And as I said, you know our structures. We have organs which we need to consult, and we can also preempt the decision of such organs, or how far also government can be able to go in terms of the details and the scope.
Next is a meeting with the leadership of Nupeng, Electricity Workers Union and their own allies. Before the closed-door session, Edo State Governor Adams Oshomole appealed to the union leaders to see reasons with government's decisions.
It is not a choice for this government. And even if change was not our mantra, when you are faced with fait accompli, you have to act in the national interest. So I think this is a painful decision that has to be taken, but I also believe that, as you say, no pain, no gain. The important thing is that we have a national leadership that combines integrity, who no one can question his commitment to social progress, who is more socially concerned than any of us. I have not known any president that I have met since 1999 that is as socially committed as the current president.
When the meeting ended, the SGF told journalists that the deliberations were fruitful, even though the meeting was adjourned. The leadership of the workers' unions are, however, not having anything to do with the strike.
Discussions continue, but we believe that we'll dialogue and get to the root of all this. And I am aware equally that they are taking into consideration the submissions we made. In actual fact, when we addressed the press on Saturday, we gave an ultimatum for government to start discussion on all these issues.
As it stands, the workers' unions are divided over the proposed strike action on Wednesday, but they all agree that the government should come out with measures to cushion the effects of the fuel price hike.
You're watching news across Nigeria. Coming up, members of civil society in Edo State have, however, staged a protest in the state capital concerning the increase in the price of petrol. Don't go away.